Everybody, how y'all doing? It is Roche Ball, y'all. How you going? So anyway, I can't believe it's a week after Halloween and I still have candy left. They gave me more chocolate than actual fruit candy like Starburst and Jolly Ranchers and Airheads and stuff and Laffy Taffies and stuff. Even though I don't do banana candy, I don't do orange candy. Those are the two worst flavors of candy in the world. I do like, you get those slices with the little sugar on them, like sugar dots on them. It's called orange slices or something. And then they have white ones, they have purple ones, red ones, green ones, yellow ones. Those orange slices, I like those. That's the only orange candy that I will eat, and maybe, orange gummy bear. I don't know. But I do not like orange Starburst. It's not that it's nasty. It's just that it's not my choice of flavors for the moment. It's kind of how I feel about grape soda, unless it's crushed. Grape Crush is pretty good, but grape soda from Springfield, no. But anyway, you guys, I did do my nails. I did take off my old nails yesterday when I was at work. I'm still at work, but sometimes when I get here early, I like to come into an empty room and do a video real quick, just to keep my content consistent. But yes, I put my nails on yesterday, okay? And I got the Hawk Claw nails in, that shape that I got from eBay. And I looked there because of Renee Savage videos. And she was like, I got these on eBay. And I'm thinking, I need to look there. So now I have an eBay account. So if I need something else, and right when these are running out, this one I kind of got rid of the curve just a little bit because I was fouling too much. Sometimes you can't get rid of your curve, and if you want a curve, by applying too much of the acrylic, that can get rid of your curve and fouling a lot. And I want to make sure that since I'm practicing how to do my own nails, if I was to go get a feel, anytime I got these nails done, there was always somebody there when it's time for me to go get a feel, and I had the Hawk Claw shapes. They would foul my curve off. And I was understanding what Renee Savage was saying when she said she don't want to lose her curve. And there are things that people do in nail shops, and then you just have to go home and fix it yourself, but then it will never look like the way you want it because they messed it up. And had they not messed it up, you wouldn't have to come home and do anything yourself. But whatever. I noticed in 7 nail shops that I've been to around where I live, don't do this shape. When Renee Savage said, because I got to give her a shout out, when Renee Savage said that she got the curved tip nails from eBay, I decided to ding, something went off. Let me look there. Because I've always felt to look at, eBay, because I thought eBay was only for bidding things off and auctioning things off, sort of, kind of. So I was always afraid to go there and buy things. But yeah, I guess you can buy it, put your bid on it, and I guess whoever pays the most money, they get it. Or so I don't know how that goes, actually. But I did get 2 packs of these nail shapes, these nail tips from eBay. But I did have to cut them a little shortly so I can still properly do my work. Because if I have them long, I don't break them, but I do bump into things a lot more. And then I find myself picking up everything like this, like real carefully, like I'm afraid it's going, And I just have to, now with this, I just pick up everything like that, but I just have to make sure I don't bump my nail into anything because that would definitely hurt. Now, I don't think it's good as soon as I take off an old set of nails to put a new one back on, because I was supposed to actually let my nails kind of like have a breather, and then Tuesday or Wednesday, which are my 2 days off, then I was going to put the nails back on. But I decided I can't wait. I ain't trying to go to work with old bald-headed, snagger-tooth, E.T. finger-looking nails. Nope, I'm not doing it. Not doing it. Ain't nobody to impress here anyway. Everything that I do is for me. Okay? And so whoever meets me, this is what you're going to get. It's Roche Ball, y'all. Anyway, so for those of you who are trying to find me on Instagram, I'm in the process of deleting it for right now, for a long while, because it's been too much of a distraction for me, or else I would have posted a picture of my nails on there. But I still decided to keep Facebook. At first, I was off of it for about 2 days, but I decided to keep it because most of my family members is on there, and I recently had a second cousin that just passed away from COVID. So, and his funeral is next Saturday, I believe. So I have to keep my Facebook because a lot of family members are on there. And I only decide, let me go ahead and keep my social media page only Facebook, because most of my family is a little older and they may not know too much about Instagram. All of them got Facebooks, so that's pretty much where I keep. Now, I'm not going to underestimate order. Let me not do that because I ain't too much younger. I'm 37. Not too many people really know anything about Instagram. Some people have it but don't post nothing on their page. Just like and look at everybody else stuff, but they barely post anything. But most of my second cousins, second aunties, or great aunties, or whatever, they're older. So most of them just have a Facebook. So I just decided if I want to communicate with them or talk to them or see what other family gatherings is next, it's going to be on Facebook. So I'd rather just keep my Facebook. I deleted mostly everybody that I went to school with, that I used to work with, that I went to Job Corps with, that I ex-boyfriends, different people I used to have a crush on that just ignore me like F. I just decided to delete them and keep my family. I only had 106 friends on there, and now I have 72 because I only want family. Now, very few people, like a sprinkle full of people, 3 or 4 people I decided to keep on that are not my blood relatives but they're well known by my family or by my sisters, and they don't ever cause me no problems. There's not a lot of drama on their stuff, so I decided to go ahead and keep them on. But for the most part, 95% of everybody that I follow on Facebook are my family members, real life family members, like my mom's cousins, my mom's aunties, my grandmother's nieces and nephews, and cousins and stuff are on there. So I decided to go ahead and keep that. Plus, I'm still trying to kind of get to know them as well. So it's good to connect like that. And I just can't wait to see everybody when I go to this homegoing service for my second cousin, which is actually my mom's first cousin. He was my grandmother's nephew. So that's pretty close to me. I mean, not that I really grew up really knowing who he was, but the things that I would see him post, like I think he liked to sing, he cook, his wife is gorgeous. And so yeah, she's pretty much giving us the information about what's going to be happening for his homegoing service too. So I decided to just keep Facebook because I want to get in contact with that family. I want to get to know them, and I only want family. So if I go on Facebook and look at my news feed, it's only going to be family. That's it. I don't have time for drama. I don't have time for people to be posting stuff, to seeing ex-boyfriends with their new families. And I don't have time for that. So I decided to go ahead and just delete all that and just keep my family. But Instagram, not so much. I even deleted the page I have for my cat, Kiwi, because I just feel like I just want to concentrate on what's real, and that's my family. And it's like anything somebody else is posting, I don't really care about. But if my family's posting something, hey, we getting together having a barbecue in Vegas, or we having this family reunion over here, I want to make sure that I keep in contact with them so I can know about those things, be aware about that. And plus, I want to get to know everybody. And there's also a family page that I follow that's nothing but family, where shout outs for birthdays are on there, how you guys doing. And I think my cousin Latoya has set that up. And I hate to just out names like that. So if you have an Instagram or if you have a YouTube girl, I do apologize. But anyway, so I just wanted to come on here and show you guys my nails and to let you guys know that I deleted my Instagram because I just find it to be too distracting. It's too distracting. And I'm not as busy as I'm supposed to be. And my priorities are not in order. Instagram is taking up too much of my time because I'm letting it take up too much of my time. I don't have to keep up with the Joneses by keeping up what's going on. I care less to see who's posting what about what. My Instagram, I would just be posting things just because, and I don't know. So I just decided whoever has my number has my number. Whoever don't, just don't. But I am going to eventually give my other family members my phone number. I'm going to inbox them. And I'm going to let them know, because I would like to really get to know everybody. I would hate to all of a sudden come together under unfortunate circumstances like a funeral, even though sometimes that is a way a family comes together, and then from then on they can stick together or not. I don't know. But I would like to get together and just like have like a big old dinner with everybody if we can't go somewhere for a weekend. And, I noticed that my side of family over there, they do a lot of get-togethers, and they do a lot of themed parties. And I know my cousin Dorothy does a lot of walks for breast cancer walks and all that. And one day I want to join. And one day I want to be a part of this family. And one day, again, sorry for dropping names. If you have YouTube, I do apologize for that. And I want to make sure that I want to get to know that side of the family. If I look through my Facebook and I scroll through, it's going to be nothing but family posts. That's it. Nothing with drama. Nobody from church. Nobody from where I used to work. Nobody from where I go to school at. I don't have time to look at that because I don't have to reach out to them. They already don't talk to me. And if you decide to say something nice on somebody's wall, they'll just like the comment without, there's nothing wrong with saying thank you. I appreciate those kind words, but I don't know. I don't know. But whatever. I don't want to worry about that. The less the merrier when it comes to that. I just want family on there. That's it. Because I may not have everybody else's number and they don't have mine. And I feel like a better way to contact with them is through Facebook, in case everybody don't have my number. But yes. So that's why I decided to get rid of my Instagram because it's just way too distracting. It's trashy. It's messy. And I just plain don't want it anymore. But for me to get my priorities together, for me to get myself together, I got to get off of Instagram. Let me tell you guys something. If I can estimate the time I'm on Instagram in a whole day, okay, I'm awake for about maybe 12 hours of the day. Okay, 8 of them is work. When I get home, I got like 3 or 4 hours, maybe 5. It depends on what time I go to bed. I'm on Instagram. If I can accumulate, it's 24 hours in a day. If I can accumulate, and I'm around and everything, if I can accumulate how long I'm on Instagram, I'll have to say 4 hours altogether. And that's still a lot. That's still a lot. There's nothing wrong with kind of scrolling through and checking and answering certain comments and all that and answering questions. After that, leave it alone. I don't have to post all the time. I don't have to like a post all the time. I don't have to comment all the time. My Instagram stories, I don't have to be updated all the time. There are people who know how to manage their time on social media because I think I heard the Bailey sisters, Chloe and Holly, they give themselves certain time to be on social media. And that's how you prioritize. It shows that they got their priorities together. But just me, I didn't because Instagram was all of that. But I noticed that once I got rid of that, I kind of like, am I going to regret it? No, I'm not. Just as long as I have Facebook and I'm able to contact with family and see what's going on with my family, then that's all I'm worried about. Again, I have Twitter still, I have Snapchat still, and I got my Facebook still. Those 3 social media platforms do not distract me because I'm not on them all the time. I'm already posting all the time. Most of the time I go in there, it's just to read. That's it. I don't let what people have to say get to me. I don't let what people have to. Why did I go like this? That was a mistake. Okay. I don't let it get to me at all. I don't let it get to me, what people post. That's their stuff. Most of the people that I follow on Twitter are wrestlers, or wrestling fans, or our fan page and all of that. Do they follow me back? No. But sometimes they do make comment on my stuff or like their stuff if I post something. And it's cool because I feel like once they do that, I know them, Yes, Kevin Nash, like one of my comments. Huh? Okay, because I used to watch this show called Detroiters, but they took it off. And I said, thanks to Kevin Nash, now I got something to watch. Detroiters, whoop, whoop. And he liked the comment. So, yeah. So that was that. And yeah, that's it, guys. I just wanted to come on here and show y'all my nails. Okay? Get it popping. Roll with me. Ain't no stopping. Oh, and this ring I had ordered from Amazon.com. It came with 9 other rings, but most of those rings are meant to fit on your hand like that. And like this. So, yeah. But this one fit on my pinky and I like the way it looks. This ring I got from Dee Dee's Discounts. It was only $6.99. And this ring I ordered from I got this ring from Wish. Okay, look like I'm married, right? Let me tell y'all what somebody said to me. And before I go, I want to share this a little bit. I was working at a theater in City Walk, right? I was working at that theater. So I was at the lane where they get their tickets, I guess, right? No, don't get the tickets. They buy their concessions right there. They do something, whatever. And I was working right there where they get the Stubbs programming and all that. I'm trying to calm down. So I had a nice ring on my finger, okay, that I got from Wish. Because a lot of times I used to get all my rings from Wish. I'm a big jewelry person, as you can see. Like most of these I got from CVS. I got this from a beauty supply place. All four of these I got from CVS. And I love bracelets with hangy things. Like if this comes off, that's pretty much the end of the whole bracelet. But I'll still keep it, but I won't wear it as much. You see all these hangy things I got on my bracelet? See? So anyway, I was working there. So I had a ring on my finger, and that's how I was ringing her up. She was like, wow. She said, is that a real ring, or are you just pretending to be married? And I looked at her. I didn't know what to say. I was like, she was like, well, regardless, it's a pretty ring. In my mind, looking back on that now, and this happened like around 2016, 17. In my mind, I'm thinking, why didn't you just say it was a pretty ring? Or why didn't you just say, is that a real ring? I would have even accepted that question, but just say, are you pretending to be married? Stuff like that pisses me off. If I want to wear a ring on my ring finger, I'm going to do whatever I damn well please, whether I'm pretending to be married or not. Because she was a customer, I couldn't take fire to her ass. I couldn't do that because I don't want nobody to think that plus I don't want to get fired. So, I was just like, and she cut me off. I said, well, regardless, it's just a pretty ring. And she kind of gave me a smile like, because maybe she realized what she said was stupid. So she decided to leave. Bye. But I was just shocked that she said that. Maybe she say all kind of stupid stuff to everybody else. Like I was walking out of Ralph's going grocery shopping. I was with my ex-boyfriend at the time, who was my boyfriend at the time. And it was a guy, he probably was out of his mind. Maybe he was homeless, I'm not sure. Maybe he was a wino or a drunkard, I'm not sure. Now, my ex-boyfriend is Caucasian. As we walking out of Ralph's to his car, the guy says to my ex-boyfriend, hey, is that your friend? No, he said, hey, do you like black pea or is that your friend? My ex-boyfriend was like, what the fuck? Like, he wasted his coffee and everything. He was so pissed off. But I told him, don't worry about it, because he's probably saying all kind of stupid stuff to people coming out the store. One day somebody gonna bop him. It's not gonna be you. So I just, and that kind of like almost kind of shook him up. Like, he kept looking at me going, like for a while after that. And I'm just thinking he's probably not in his right mind. And he's probably saying all kind of stupid stuff to everybody that's walking outside of the store. That's it. And I'm wondering in my mind, when that lady said what she said about, are you pretending to be married? It took me by surprise. Like, I was looking at, I don't want this to be a long video, but just people just feel the need to just say stuff because they can. Like, for instance, I'm at Universal Studios, and this lady says, oh, how come you don't got kids yet? Because you want to keep your shape. Let me show y'all something, okay? Look at this Santa Claus stomach. Look at that. What shape? What are you talking about? Shut up. And just because you old, don't mean you can sort of give off comments because you can. People don't think about what may be offensive to people, and they say something to the wrong person. They say the wrong thing to the right person, and will get popped off. But that's not going to be me. I don't come on here threatening nobody. It's just that I just don't like when people just say certain things because they can without thinking of how this is going to make this person feel. What if she bops me? Let me not do that. People just don't be in their right mind. Sometimes people just feel they need to say whatever. They may think they're just asking a question and just don't really realize that they're offending people. And it's all in how you respond to it. That's all it is. So anyway, thank you guys so much for watching this video. Let's see, is it time for me to clock in yet? No. So I guess I'll just eat these snacks until it's time for me to clock in. I know that's not really considered breakfast for champions, but whatever.